Oh, that's us. Hey, Luca.
Yep. Hello, Derpy. Funny
Well,
position we see ourselves in today.
yeah, here we are
A great
casting
match ahead.
Good boys in O3 Splash, two powerhouses in this match here. How do you think
True
this one's going to
Titans.
turn out?
If I'm being honest, I think this one's going the mile, Derps. I think
Yeah.
let's hear from you. What do you think, Derps?
Oh, yeah, just like you said, man, I think this is anybody's game. Good boys pulling off the upset just last week against Maryville and O3 Splash. They're like, what, 6-0, 7-0? They're undefeated for a good majority of this season, so I could see this going either way, to be honest.
I think so as well. I think we have a big game on our hands.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
yeah, for sure. Oh, and we see the standings here for all of the teams. We see O3 Splash in that first place position. And Good Boys, I mean, even though they're 5-4, the wins they've pulled off are against teams like Afterlife, Saints, these teams that are higher up in the standings that you wouldn't really expect them to beat, but they always pull off the upset. So I could see that happening here today.
Yeah, I gotta say, Good Boys being in this seventh place position, I feel like this is a pretty important game for them, no?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, this win or loss could decide their playoff chances for the upcoming double elimination later on in the season. So
Oh
something to
man,
look out for. It's a must
some high
watch.
stakes, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you see other teams like Pip, a lot of very surprising teams up there. I mean, um, Pip came in with I would say a pretty good roster, but second place above Saints. I expected Saints to be undefeated at this point in the season, but they've lost 3 games, so it's really just been kind of anybody's game in all these contenders matches this season.
Most definitely. And I think we should be going in pretty soon here. Do we have word on what the first map is, Derpy?
No idea. I'm just gonna be surprised.
Be surprised. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we're looking into Busan,
Oh,
but I
Busan.
might be wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, what's your favorite round on Busan? What part of Busan really gets you going?
Really gets me going.
Yeah,
You know, that's a big question. I think for me, it's got to be Mecha Base. What about you, Derpy?
me too. As a Reinhardt player myself, that's probably his best map on Busan. So whenever I load into Mecha Base, I just get really excited, really pumped. I'm ready
Most
to go.
definitely.
Yeah,
What do you think Good Boys in O3 Splash are going to be rolling out here on?
Good Boys. I know Good Boy. Their staple comp has been the Junker Queen Rush that they've been kind of just playing the entire season. It's worked wonders for them in some matches. And O3, I'm not too familiar with what they play. I know they have Infected, who's capable of playing every main tank and a good amount of the off tanks too, but I believe they also have Cowman, who should cover most of the off tanks. But I'm not sure, to be honest, what they're going to play. Do you have any insight? Any idea?
Well, uh, if they do play that Drunker Queen comp, like you were saying, I think it's not too unlikely that O3 Splash is probably going to roll out on like a Ram comp here, probably. That would just be my guess.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that as well. It's going to be interesting to see what they roll out once we actually get going here. Um,
Most
Not
definitely.
sure what the players are doing right now. Somebody might be on the toilet. Somebody might be
Yeah,
having a
you know.
drink. You never know what's going on.
You know how it is, us being former professional players ourselves, we know
Yeah,
how it is. Right before match day, it can get pretty intense. You might need a little bit of extra time before, really getting into everything.
exactly. And the word on the street is that we're waiting on infected. What do you think? What do you think
Oh,
the holdup
no
here might
kidding.
be? Got some homework to do? Maybe coming back from his last class of the day? What do you think it is?
Waiting on infected. Well, it would be 10 p.m. where infected lives, I'm pretty
Oh
sure. So
yeah,
I don't think class is gonna be
you never know. Could be detention. Could be something else.
detention.
You
Oh, you think
never
he's up
know
to
what's
no
going.
good?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
know.
maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, Monday night lights. It gets crazy in the summer school, is what I've heard.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, uh here, I think we're getting some more information. Oh, actually, production has informed me. I think we're waiting on the entirety of O3
Oh,
Splash,
really?
if I'm not if I'm not mistaken, of course.
Really makes you wonder what they're doing in the locker room with such a
Uh, You know, those pre-game rituals, they are no
Yeah.
joke. We remember we used to get up to some pretty nefarious activities before our matches.
Oh, yeah, and I've actually heard Good Boys have just pulled out the rule book, 5 minutes on the clock. It would be a shame if we just came to cast a match that got, one team just had to forfeit because they didn't make it on time.
Yeah, that would be a big shame. Although I know O3 Splash wants to maintain their near perfect record here and remain on top going into the
Yeah.
next season.
Yeah, no, I'd be very surprised they did not show up.
Looks like we are starting with Busan. Although, oh, looks like we're going in. Oh, but
Alright.
there's a pause.
Oh,
So we should be in at least, hopefully.
alright. Well, while we're waiting, let's talk about your former time as a player. You mentioned you used to play the game a bunch. I think now you're hanging up the cleats. You want to cast more. Can you kind of go through like how was your time as a player?
Yeah, so, after having years of extensive work in the field, I think I'm ready to finally join the casting table
Yeah,
and bring my ever expanding knowledge to the stream.
awesome. An esport like Overwatch really needs people that have knowledge like that. So I'm sure we all appreciate you coming to this casting department. I've been casting for years myself. This is nothing new to me, so I'll be glad to show you the ropes on this. On
I'm
this
very
stream.
excited as this being my debut in casting. I have such an experienced person to hold my hand along through all of this.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, looks
I
like
think we're gonna be.
prod.
Oh, looks like we're going back to the lobby. Oh,
Oh,
I don't know what's going
looks
on,
like
to be
we're
honest.
going back to the lobby. All right.
You know,
Okay.
nerves get to people. I feel like they just gotta go pee every like 3 seconds. I mean, I understand, but I mean, come on, guys. It's been about
Definitely.
15 minutes. We've been waiting. I mean,
Yeah, it looks
gotta
like
be
good boys.
sometime.
If good boys were to rulebook and just get this free map win, that could guarantee them a top eight
Mm,
spot. What do you think about that, Derps?
that would be very nice for them with their standings right in the middle of all of the teams. A map lead here would really might just make the difference for them.
Yeah, I think so too. And
Uh,
while we just stare here at this
I
cute
mean,
little cow
I love
dancing.
it. Yeah, I mean, I could be staring at this for a few hours. I wouldn't be too mad. I mean, this is a great view we have here on the screen.
Okay, it looks like we've restarted the game for the fourth time so that we could get on Infected's
Oh,
favorite version of the map, the nighttime mode. It's
nighttime.
a
Yep.
fun hidden fact for those who didn't know. It's his favorite kind.
Honestly,
That's where
yeah.
they're restarting the map.
Do you have a preference here in day and night? What's your favorite?
Personally, I love the rainy mode. That's
Oh,
got
the
to be my
raining. Yeah,
favorite.
that's a good one
Yeah,
too. Oh, looks like we will be starting out on our favorite map, Mecha Base. I love that
yes,
map.
indeed.
I wonder
This
if
is
any
going
teams
to
will be
be.
pulling out the Reinhardt.
So it looks like they
Right.
went with the cowman
Yeah,
for
Cowman
the
and their Matra. How do you think both teams want to play this here?
So if Good Boys, I don't know if they're gonna roll out on the Lucio here or if they're gonna swap Curie. Because Curie Moira is a comp we do see played a lot.
Hmm.
Although they might stay Lucio. Yeah, I think it's either
Yeah.
Lucio.
All right, two rush compositions coming out of the gates here as we get started on this match on Busan Mecha Base. Excited to see how this one's gonna go. We got Maze on both sides. Let's see. Looks like the Ramatra team has taken up a majority of the map already, but
Yeah, early poke phase
yeah,
coming in here.
yeah. I mean, if you're good boys,
Looks
you kind of just want to go. You have that Lucio Moira. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to take and engage right side, getting slowed
but
down.
with this one engage not having like the solid connection it needed to, I think they're just gonna end up falling over
Oh yeah, there
because you
goes
sort of only
Sparky.
have that one opportunity with the shout to really get a lot of value from your engage. Otherwise, you're kind of cooked.
Yeah, a pick from both sides here, but there goes Thunda as well. So looks like O3 Splash is in a good position to take this initial point and get this round going. Yeah.
Looks like an early cap. Yeah, Salty using that shout early there. Um, he's just instantly the biggest target for O3 Splash, so it's really hard for good boys to come back when they lost their tank.
Yeah, and I feel like O3 also has the advantage in these defensive chokes because I feel like the Ramatra is better at sitting at the choke, poking, and brawling, kind of just doing everything you need to do right here. And that May is going to be
I
hard to get
agree.
past too. Yeah, there's that wall.
Oh, the solo Blizzard. I think definitely a pretty solid play there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like this one's very tough for the Junker Queen team. Just not really having much resources to get out of this initial choke other than the shout, which is very easily kiteable here on this map.
Yeah, this coalescence is going to be their one saving grace, I'm pretty sure. We're going to have to see how they utilize it. But they are getting
Oh,
through the choke relatively for free. They're through and they've used the coalescence.
yeah. Oh,
Looks
Cowman
like
opting to
Lucio
use
is going on an off angle there.
Cowman opting to use the ultimate gets two. Yeah, I mean, this fight's looking over for Good Boys as well. Biz gets the trade on the Deco, but probably won't be too helpful because he has the speed boost coming back out of spawn. So,
Yeah, of course. Looks like Biz is getting
oh,
staggered.
Andy is getting, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, this is tough. We're in the last fight situation here on Mecha Base, and I mean, O3 has three ultimates.
I mean,
Good
it's a
Boys
pretty
has,
even ult economy.
yeah, Good
Yeah.
Boys has four of their own, but I think the big challenge is getting out of that choke that they haven't been able to get out of the entire map.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I really just think it's a comp gap. But
Yeah, looks like they're deciding
a
to go right.
Soul from the
Oh,
right
yeah, we got
side.
a
Looks like they're
flank.
going
Oh,
for a
Thunder.
split push here.
Yeah, oh, Thunder gets the pick on the neutral. That's a
There's a
huge
1-1
pick.
trade. It's a
Yeah.
big trade.
Oh, but so I mean, O3 is just kind of running down that left side choke. They don't really care about the Sojourn.
Yeah.
They say,
They,
yeah, you can kill one guy, but we're just gonna kill the rest of your team.
I mean, because as soon as that Sojourn goes out and that crazy off angle, the entirety of O3 Splash can just push in while she's off angling and just like walk into the room where she can't see them and just
Yeah,
run her team down.
exactly. We do have a male on point here from Biz. Might be able to find a couple of kills, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Salty finds the cone to lukewarm. Biz dies shortly after though. Looks like Salty's gonna go down here as well. I think this is gonna be it for the round. Might
Yeah,
get
a
two
quick
more kills.
100. Oh,
Yeah.
no
I mean,
kidding.
to be honest, I kind of saw O3. I think their comp really is favored on that map. It'll be interesting to see. Will Good Boys play the same comp coming up on what's the next map gonna be here? It's gonna be Sanctuary. Yeah, I mean, I think the JQ comp could be low-key sleeper here. What do you think?
Hmm. Well, we do see O3 opting for some swaps here. I think Good Boys are they're opting for the Doom.
Doom. Wonder if they're actually gonna walk out on that, or if Salty just kind of swapping in the spawn room just for some fun. Oh, they're on that
I
bunch of
don't know
swaps.
what they're gonna. I'm seeing like
I
10 different
mean,
swaps. Yeah, I think
I
they're trying to
mean,
confuse us.
I mean, I don't know
Looks
about
like
this
we're
comp.
Yeah, it looks like we're walking out on Anakiri Doom here.
Yeah, playing that Doomfist into the Sombra is going to be a very big challenge for Salty, but he might be able to just pull it off. I mean,
I agree. This O3 splash comp is super
oh
duper.
wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
a
just as I said, yeah.
quick pick.
Quick kill on the
Incredible.
Sombra to open things up. Been making it very easy time for Salty on the Doomfist for the rest of this fight. Yeah.
100%.
I'm gonna using that form to get the Tracer out of his backline. Looks like they're not going to opt to touch the point. Oh,
I think
never
they're
mind.
trying,
Yeah, I
but
think Door's back.
I think O3 Splash is just playing really slowly, waiting for their Sombra to come back.
Hmm. Hey, yeah, really, the Matra has great point presence. Good Boy's probably gonna want to go for one of the backline members on O3 just to uh, maybe try to clear out their matcha. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, punches behind the shield, so we can't get helped. Unfortunate.
it is very unfortunate. Oh, and
Yeah,
wow,
again,
O3 Splash does manage to turn this fight.
it's just super tough for Good Boys. It just feels like there's not a lot of competitional synergy. Like the only way they can really make that comp work is with insane coordination.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. But it does look like they're going to be recontesting with Nano and Dumal and Pulse here. A little bit of an ult advantage over O3, but O3 coming up on 4 ults of their own, so
Yeah, they're gonna have to go really quickly here with this ult advantage. Otherwise, it's not gonna be an advantage for long.
yeah, no, exactly. Oh, and that Pulse just missing
A
past the
swing and a miss. Yeah, very
yeah.
close.
But
Looks like
Cowman,
Catman's trading the back line. A little 1-for-1 trade. Not bad.
I'm surprised to see here, Luca. It seems like O3 is taking the fight to Good Boys, something I'd expect to be the opposite with these comps. I feel like the Doomfist comps.
Yeah, for sure. It feels like Good Boys should be going first every single time, but
Hmm.
even in that fight, we saw Catman just run over Pascal, and I feel like it's because he doesn't really have any help because he doesn't have that brig. He's just
Yeah,
sort of like the biggest target for the enemy team to find,
yeah,
or the
you
Curie.
you play the Somber Tracer and you wonder at what point you're looking at the backline too much where you let the Ramatras just walk up into your backline. I mean, it's a very big
A
issue.
solo
But
EMP
EMP
onto
coming out.
Cowman, but he gets
Yeah,
nanoed.
yeah. but the nano just completely nullifies it.
Yeah, NaNoRing was such a devastating combo as well.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
just gonna be a team wipe.
Yeah, it looks like we're once again last fight scenario here. Good
Onto
Boys
the
just hoping
Hanzo.
to win one fight on this Busan map, something they've not done yet so far. But they do have a few ults coming in here, so
We're
hopefully
gonna need some
they.
clutch picks from Biz.
Yeah, and there goes Sol. Oh, pick onto Deco. That's exactly what we need to get this fight
That's a
started.
very good pickup so far.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
slept in their backline, but
looks like a trade here. Big EMP coming up from Boat. Yeah, they have no DPS on Good Boys now, so
this looks like a good boys fight win.
yeah, I mean,
Hopefully, I don't speak too soon, but
oh,
no,
Noctis.
I'm
Yeah, there we go. All right,
most definitely. Yeah, all right. We got
there
a
we
win on the
go.
board.
There we go. That's the fight win we've been looking for. Now the question is, can Good Boys keep that momentum going and take us to a round three, or will they just continue to struggle here on Busan?
Yeah, I'm looking in this next fight here. Deco has swapped back to the Brig. He might have gone Lucio for the recontest. Uh, but I think that Good Boys has to go really early with this Nano before Cowman can get a ton of value with his Annihilation. Alongside that Pulse Bomb on both sides, that's going to be a key factor within this next fight. We're going to have to see how it goes.
For sure. There goes Cowman with that
Oh,
annihilation.
Cowman punched into
Oscar.
the enemy team,
Yeah.
barely surviving. That
Oh, but
Nemesis form
Good
is
Boys
just
does
too
manage to get some
crazy.
trades. Oh yeah, Good Boys with 3 kills on the board.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, wow, perfect execution. That's what you want to see. Their Ramatra is already on the point, but your Doomfist Sombra or Doomfist Tracer comp capitalizes on the enemy's backline and gets this fight win. So
Yeah, that was
very
perfect.
nice
Picks up his
turn.
Curie. Yeah, this is what you're really looking for out of Good Boys. Just trying to bait Cowman into walking up and then just sort of completely ignoring him.
Yeah, I
And just
know.
going onto his backline. Perfect execution.
A very nice fight turn. Now we have 50% here on the score for Good Boys. This could be last fight if they drag it out long enough.
A fresh swap onto the Diva. This is not what I was expecting, but I feel like it should be. Honestly, I think it's the Curie. It's all right, honestly. The Curie Hanzo, but
Yeah, I think the
not a
main
pick I
thing
was
they want to
expecting.
do is peel their backline, something they've struggled with so far on 0-3. It's been their only big weakness here. But the
For
Dragon
sure.
coming out from Biz to clear out the backline from the top high ground does get killed a
Gets
boat.
the Sombra.
Wow.
He translocates back into the Dragon.
Wow. That is
Wow,
very
that was
unlucky.
an loses the EMP. That's an incredible
Wow.
pick.
That might be the play of the game so far,
That might
especially on the
just
side of
be.
Good Boys. But they will be back in time enough to get that EMP off. Boat will. So, really going to be on Good Boys. Can they position their backline in a nice spot so that they don't just immediately die to this EMP? And if they do, I think they might win this fight.
A lot of ults coming up. This is going to be a huge fight.
Oh,
Early
there's that EMP.
EMP.
There's that EMP gets two
Good
right off the
Boys
bat.
loses two, but can they get the trades back?
When they get a trade, they might be able to get some stall going, especially if they're fast comp. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna
No,
happen.
yeah,
I don't
this
think
is
it's gonna
looking
happen.
chalked.
Yeah, I mean this is just very unlucky. Salty gets the point contest. Pascal swapping over to the Lucio will get another touch, but I mean Noctis just respawned. He's the only guy with an ultimate. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is, you know, I think a valiant effort from Good Boys, although I really just think it's like a compositional gap, but I don't know.
yeah,
What do you think, Derpy?
yeah. No, I think the Junker Queen into the Ramatra, especially on Mecha Base, just a very hard matchup for that map. But I mean, Good Boys now with the map pick, I'm sure they know what maps their comp works on. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they just turn the series around, tied up 1-1 with whatever map they're going to select.
Yeah, we are only one map in, so there's a lot left to be played, but pretty interesting
Yeah,
so far. A quick little 2-0.
I know, yeah. And honestly, the second map was a lot closer than the first. We kind of talked about how Good Boys hadn't won a fight at that kind of midway point of the second map, but then they turned it around, got a few fight wins. So I think they might be getting some momentum, might be getting some things going here.
Yeah, I think that first round was just super tough for them. I mean, it was just like you're just fighting a super uphill battle with that
Yeah,
comp.
I really feel like on Mega Base, once you lose that first fight, I mean, it's really hard to exit those chokes. Just
I
kind
feel
of,
like it's even hard to win the first fight in general because it's
yeah,
just like you need
yeah,
to have like the perfect engage, otherwise it's over.
yeah, especially on their comp.
Yeah. What do you think Good Boys is gonna look into picking for this next map type?
We actually just got some insight from the team here over at O3. It looks like they will be going to Eichenwald, so
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Pretty interesting map. What do you
hmm
think the team's gonna be playing here on Icon Wild, Derps?
I wouldn't be surprised if we just see the Junker Queen. I know they kind of playing some of the Doomfist at the end. That might just be a Busan Sanctuary thing, but I feel like their Junker Queen's really their best composition. And then O3, I'm not too sure to be honest. I mean, I feel like once again they kind of just they play everything, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe the Winston here. Maybe Cowman's back in on Ramatra. Maybe the Match Queen.
Maybe the queen. Yeah, I was just about
Yeah,
to say, Cowman has that strong queen,
yeah,
and infected very strong on that Winston.
yeah.
I think those are realistically the only options, but we they might throw a couple curveballs at us.
I mean, yeah, who knows? You might just see the Reinhardt here out of Infected. I mean, anything can really happen here on Eichenwald.
That
Just
is true.
very nice map. It's crazy to me that Kings Row isn't in the map pool this contender season. I feel like that's
Is it
never
really
happened.
not?
It's not. I mean,
Wow,
you can't pick
that's
Kings.
crazy.
Yeah,
Man,
I
I'm
feel
really out
like
of the loop. I didn't even know that. That's
no,
crazy.
I feel like everybody would always just pick Kings. Maybe that's why they took it out. They got tired of seeing it so much. Now you got to play your Numbani or
They were
Eichenwald.
just having too much fun. It's time
Yeah,
to throw you guys
yeah,
on.
exactly.
I don't even know what maps.
Midtown. I
I
feel like
like all them.
Midtown's a terrible
Oh,
map.
Midtown.
No,
Ah,
man, I don't even
uh,
like Midtown to be honest. I feel like they got some real
I
chokes in there.
I can. Wow, that's a pretty solid map.
Yeah, no,
Oh, it's pretty top tier.
Eichenwald's
Yeah,
top tier. I really like
I
it.
think we have a fantastic match coming ahead here. I think these two teams, they have very different styles of play. It's going to be very interesting to see them clash
Yeah,
on this much more unique sort of a map. Those last two maps are sort of, I mean, Koth is sort of, always pretty close, in like the styles of the maps. They're all sort of play the same. But Iconwile, this is going to be really interesting to see how these two go head to head.
no, exactly. And yeah, the thing for me is I feel like watching recently the Overwatch League and contenders, I feel like the team that wins the control map, they lose out on the next few maps, the escort and the hybrid maps. But I feel like they usually turn around the push kind of maps. So yeah, I feel like good boy. I'm favoring good boys on Eichenwald here. So
Yeah, this is gonna be. I think for sure we're in it for the for the long road here. I think
oh yeah,
this is going to go the mile. Even though
yeah,
Busan looked pretty convincing, I think Good Boys has
yeah.
that dog in them, and I think they're gonna make this comeback here.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't had too much time to talk about these rosters. Tell me your opinion on some of these players here in the lobby. Have you played with any of them before? You got any experiences? Tell me
Yeah,
about.
so I'm very familiar with all 10 of these players.
Yeah,
Excessive play time, scrims, and ranks. I think we gotta. I mean, this is a lot of fresh talent coming out of the Western
yeah.
region here. I think this is. I mean, this is some of NA's finest.
I mean, really, yeah. You look at O3, look at great scouting from Matt Merck, Devitt, the other people in that scouting department. I mean, last
Most
season
definitely.
they got second place. No, I'm sorry, third place. But I mean, they had some rookies, lukewarm, neutral, rounding out the roster with veterans like Cowman, Deco, and Boat coming in here for this season. So solid roster on their end, and then Good Boys just kind of shocking everybody. I mean, a lot of these players have a great reputation for themselves, but um, they've done very well this season. So. Here we go on I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
All
Looking at
right.
a Kiri Lucio versus Kiri Moira Lucio Moira matchup. This is pretty interesting here. This is not what I expected.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Good Boys is going to go on this defense because Moira Lucio going to go really fast, and that might be hard to do on the defensive side of things. But Good Boys know how to play the comp better than me, so I guess I'll see.
Yeah, Cowman's getting this crazy cleave. Already halfway to that ultimate. You just
Wow,
farm it
yeah.
so quickly against these comps. He's gonna have it probably by the time he uses this next nemesis form.
Oh, Lukewarm getting that shot off into Noctis. Oh, and then on the Thunder.
Early map
Yeah.
flip. Oh, and they're pushing this. Yeah, for sure. Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah,
wow,
man,
it
I'll
just seems
just
like
fall over.
O3 really just finds the right time to push and just takes it right to their enemies. And you just
Yeah,
see
I
it
gotta
there.
say the tempo. It's just as soon as Good Boys misuses an ability, like Ice Block or Wall, Shout, Fade, anything, or even Slide, O3 Splash instantly just jumps on them.
Yep, a very well coached team here on the side of O3 for sure. We see Cowman already with that Ramatra ult going into this fight. Something you mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
he's.
coming out
Oh, it
here.
looks like he's probably just gonna go. Oh, he's hiding.
Oh, and there he
Okay,
goes.
yeah,
The
there he
corner
goes.
Pico might
Yeah.
actually be very, yeah, he doesn't have any speed anymore. I mean, this was a wasted ult from
Oh
Cowman, to be
man.
honest.
But they are following through with the Curiel into the Coalescence.
Oh, wow.
I think
Another
did they just
kill
lose
on
another? Oh man,
oh
yeah, looks like
yeah,
they will be losing this. Oh,
but a trade onto Noctis.
never say never. That's a big pick.
These trades very favorable for the attacking team here with the spawn advantages or
Yeah, with the
disadvantages
spawn
for
being
O3.
so close, they can just instantly take another fight much faster as a regroup team versus Good Boys who are currently down.
And the
Oh
pick on
well,
the Cumberland, yeah. That's gonna be a
huge
reset.
pick from Thunder. That's yeah, that's gonna be a complete reset from O3.
I mean, O3 investing 2 ultimates in that fight just to lose. Very, very well played, well executed by Good Boys who have 4 ults here on the board. Let's see what they want to do with them.
100%. It looks like as long as Good Boys doesn't jeopardize their ult economy, they should be fine here.
Oh wow.
Early pick onto
I,
boat. Man, Thunder's electric.
I feel like Thunder has to be the star player on Good Boys. What do you think, Luca?
I would have to say, as formerly competing against him and knowing him for many, many years, yeah, I think this guy is just a demon.
Yeah, I mean, the 5 AM queues were never quite the same as soon as him and Doom started to get going in those lobbies.
Oh my. But as you were
Oh
saying,
man, wow.
Cowman
I'd say,
with the
wow.
big annihilation picked onto 3. Wow. Only one ult to win that as well. What do you
Yeah.
think went wrong there with Good Boys?
I really couldn't tell you, to be honest. I was thinking about casting, and as soon as I just put my eyes back on the screen, I mean, the entire team was dead.
Well, what I think happened was Good Boys got one pick, and then they got very overzealous with their
Oh,
push,
really?
and
Yeah.
then they ended up just dying for their engage. Yeah, a little bit of a... Oh,
Calvin already had used a second ultimate before most of these players even used their first. There we see with Thunder, this first overclock of this round.
but you see
And
they're running away with that payload, and that's such a problem
yeah,
with this JQ comp. They have to use Shout even just to touch the cart.
yeah. That's a nice cone to neutral, though, with the spawn advantages here. It might
Oh my,
be.
challenging the ultimate.
Oh,
He
wow.
kills him too. Wow. That
Feels like there's
lukewarm
a bunch
just...
of duels going all over the place here, a bunch of trades coming out.
Yes, it's very scrappy.
Yes, but it's going to favor Good Boys, even though they just lost Salty because of that spawn advantage right there. As I mentioned before, yeah, O3 is going to have to cut, even though they got some of those picks. Or maybe just maintain their
So
position.
we
I mean,
thought, but I mean, both just
yeah,
holding
yeah.
down the line.
I imagine Pascal's want to go with this Coalescence here soon.
They're going early with the flank Ramatra.
Oh, wow.
Oh my, this is looking like a split play. He forces the fade, but he's very, very low.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they walled off his
Oh, wow.
healing.
The boop on Bo off the map in the ice.
Oh
Wow.
man.
That
A
was,
ton of good plays coming in from Good Boys, walling off the healing, the big boot.
yeah, I know. Some really good stuff there. And wow, it looks like a
Yeah,
lot of ultimates were invested in those few fights. I mean, it's just going to be a neutral fight coming in here. We're going to get some ultimates.
from both sides, yeah.
It's really going to be who can get that pick on the Sojourn, I feel like. Who's going to get that first shot off, land the headshot. One of
Thunder
those,
already with this rail.
yeah,
Oh man. It looks like they're pathing.
the rotation
This is
under
pretty
the
bizarre. I
cap.
think
Wow.
they're going for a split push, or maybe they're forcing the cart.
Mm,
I think so. Yeah, this is a
yeah.
great play from them
Wow.
because now the other team has to. Okay, he slows the drop. Oh man, yeah, they're just running away with it,
Very
and they
nice.
just shouted in that little room. Oh
Somebody's
man.
gonna have to touch the cart. Somebody's going to have to touch before. Don't tell. Oh, they
Oh.
C9. They had the pick on the lukewarm too. Wow. And they invest in mail. This is very bad.
Oh
Very bad for
man.
the
I
boys.
believe even the spectators are calling out that that was a C9.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man.
I mean, if you lose this
Yeah.
match, good boys, you're gonna be thinking about that when you're trying to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
be a nightmare. Yeah.
Wow. Because that was a fight one guaranteed. They had the mail
That
on
was
the cart. They had the pick on the
Yeah,
lukewarm.
they had that huge pickup. I think what ended up happening was they got too distracted by lukewarm, and
Yeah, and
they
even yeah.
and they were so caught up in the moment of just getting that pick that they forgot about the point.
They were tunneling onto him, and even worse, I mean, O3 Splash with the ult advantage coming into this
Oh
fight.
man,
Could have a
they're coming in
steamroll.
with some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Early shout push, but the
Early.
beat to counteract it.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, this is looking like a. Oh boy,
I mean, yeah, you just get 2 picks here from lukewarm.
just too many
They
ults
got
to
the mail on
fight.
the cart. It's impossible to win this fight if you are good boys. That is tragic. I mean,
Yeah, I
I've
mean
seen
with
some
that C9,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a pretty egregious one.
Mhm.
Like we were talking about earlier, yeah, there's a little bit of a compositional gap, but I really feel like Good Boys was closing that gap with every single fight with the way that they were taking it until
Yeah.
that C9.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to discredit the way Good Boys were playing, even though they C9. I mean, they were playing very good Overwatch, very aggressive tempo, getting those picks onto lukewarm. But yeah, as we mentioned, I mean, I think they tunneled it just a little bit too hard. Nobody could stop the cart before it got to that third or the second checkpoint.
Yeah, you know, I feel like, especially with this third point, O3 Splash's comp is just that much better than Good Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree for
We're
sure.
going back to these like enclosed areas where the
Yeah.
Ramattra just thrives.
Mm-hmm.
I just
But
Ramatra's
with,
just such a crazy hero, man.
with that said, I mean, the Junker Queen could very well work out here on these first 2 points, get them to that third point, and then could steamroll from there. So, Good Boys, even though 2 minutes on the clock for O3, feel like they could turn this map around. I mean, I've seen them do it before.
For sure, I think we're just gonna have to see some insane momentum.
Yeah.
Like they would have to win like the first fight and then win the second one and then like not use any ults or something. And then like the third one they just like stomp them or something.
No, I agree. I agree.
Like some miracles pretty much, but we'll have to see going into this next round.
Yeah, what
Opting
do
for
you
the
see?
Moira Lucio again. I think that's their signature comp is that Moira Lucio.
And I really think the attack favors it because you want to go fast. I mean, you can kind of set the tempo as you want on the attack phase. You want to opt to
I
go left side of
agree.
the map, avoiding the poke from O3.
Yeah, it looks like they're just
Cowman,
sitting here for a bit. Cowman
Cowman's
with the
very
early
strong on
Nemesis
you.
form.
I mean, this
Now
is
they're just waiting for that to be over, and now they're gonna go shout as soon as it's over.
with a great angle on this left side. Can he find that pick and really set Good Boys up to win this fight?
You could see the whole team is moving as a unit, but oh man, yeah, like what I
Wow.
was saying earlier, if you can't get the fight win with that first shout engage, you're probably just gonna die right after. And even though they get that trade, Solid just falls over.
Yeah, but we do see a trade coming here from Good Boys. I think anybody could win this fight. There's that form out of Cowman.
Yeah, it looks like we're still in
But
the midst of
yeah, it
it.
looks like we have
Salty
Overwatch
is on the way
back.
back with
Yeah,
that shout,
I think
so
he
this
might
is
want to
gonna be
go right
big.
now. Yeah, they get that
Oh
mail
yeah,
off. They want to get
he
something going
sees
right
something. He's going on. He's in.
now. I mean, I just some great kiting from
I mean,
O3, plus a nice Maywall. I
there's
mean,
like 4 different fights going on at the same time.
yeah. I mean, shout out to Bo with these Maywalls. I feel like they really open up the map for O3 to just find the kill onto, whether Pascal, Thunder, really anybody on Good Boys just to kind of end the fight.
Yeah,
But
like we
we do.
saw there
Yeah, go ahead.
with the JQ comp, when they go with the shout, they just have to go so crazy aggressive. And if they're not finding these picks that they like need almost instantaneously, it seems like they just lose the fight right after because they have no sustainability. But the coalescence coming in here, can they go hard?
Countered by
Oh
the
my.
Ramatch ult from
A
Cowman.
flurry of ultimates, including the
Noctis.
Kitsune.
Just before he gets beat, he goes down in the fight, Noctis. So it looks like Good Boys might have to reset once again here on first point Eichenwald. And I mean, you got to get to the point where you start worrying about the time bank. I mean, you're up against 2 minutes. Hopefully you get things going here, but they have the ultimates to do it. I think. Oh, the swap onto the Reaper from Biz off of the May. It looks like they really want to focus down one target with this Junker Queen ult coming in from Salty.
Yeah, my prediction is I think Biz is going to teleport behind them when they all engage.
Yeah.
And he's going to try to like bait their attention or something. But this is Good Boys' fight to win because O3 Splash is missing the Ramatra and the Kiriko ult. And Thunder with the early pick.
Great pick. He does get traded out, but the opening kill into May should hopefully be enough for Good Boys to walk up and get this
Beat being
fight win.
invested from Good Boy or from O3. Good
Yeah.
Boys does have the beat advantage and they push with it. Cowman going down.
Lukewarm opting to use the overclock. He's saying this fight's not done yet. As long as he stays alive here, he has Salty getting just not enough. I mean, he had all the support he could get, but yeah, just a hard fight to take once you're down the Ramatra.
Yeah, but I think that was really good from Good Boys, you know.
Yeah.
O3 Splash opting for the Ash now. Um, I feel like. How do you feel about that pick? What do you think about the
I
Asher?
really like the Ash on this point, and here's why: is because you can look for those dynamites on the high ground, and I mean, Good Boys, they're always going to be stacked, so every dynamite could get you about like what 20% to the ult, and you get Bob almost every fight. I mean, I actually like this pick out of Lukewarm here.
All right, we'll have to see how it holds. Uh, it looks like Good Boys are flipping the map currently, trying to.
Yeah, I mean,
They have 2 in their main and then 2 in the castle. Mayo coming out from both, but he's picked off early. Cowman follows.
Wow.
This is looking like another good boys fight win, but can they get the staggers?
Yeah, can they get the staggers and can they continue going early like they just did there? I mean, you saw it looked like O3 was confused. I mean, they couldn't find half their team because they were already inside of the castle taking angles. That was a very well played fight from Good Boys.
Yeah, although they are at a pretty significant ult disadvantage, I want to see how they take this next fight. Maybe they can try to bait out a lot of O3 Slash's ults.
Yeah, the name of the game here is going to be kiting ultimates. Can we kite the Ramatra ult? Can we kite the Kyrie ult? Can we live and get Reaper ult
Oh,
or Joker
looks
Queen?
like a set play was failed, and Cowman does not
Oh
have a
wow.
Nemesis form anymore.
Oh wow. But
That's
they
a
do
very
get it
early.
out
Oh,
on
he
and
does
then
pop his ult,
Ramatra ult
and
comes
they.
in. Oh, if Biz can stay alive, get the Reaper ult? Oh no.
Oh man.
There's that there's that annihilation from Cowman, and I'm telling you, Luca, they gotta nerf this hero. I feel like the annihilation's almost an insta fight win for just almost any team. I mean, Cowman very good at the Ramatra, a standout player on that hero, but sometimes I see these plays and I feel like my grandpa could do that. So, um, but nothing on
Yeah,
Cowman. Probably one of the best Ramatra players in North American contenders for sure.
potentially. And O3 Splash coming on a lot of ults now, but so are
Yeah.
Good Boys. This is going to be a big ult fight. It looks like Good Boys are going to want to wrap and try to fight them on Castle. Reaper TP's behind them. They engage at the same time. This is
There's
what
that
we were
Ripper.
talking about earlier.
It gets booped, but Salty finds a cone to Lukewarm. Biz gets traded out middle, and Knock just died. Yeah, wow, some very fast kills come out here from O3.
Yeah,
Not what
it
you want
looks
to
like we
see.
traded.
Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah,
I
it looks
feel
like
like
that was two ults for two ults. That
yeah,
was an even trade there, but O3 Splash came out on top.
yeah, very well played by O3 that fight. To just they were down at first, but they got the trades, and then kills kept going in their favor. So
For sure. I think this next fight, good. I mean, obviously, there's 30 seconds left, so this is the final fight. But if there was a fight for Good Boys to win, this would be the fight.
yeah,
We're just they're opting for that Hanzo again, which I'm really not sure how he meshes with this comp. I'm not sure what they just shouted.
yeah, I feel like Bo has prime opportunity right here for Mail, which he does use
Oh
out of the
man,
castle. Salty's gonna go down. Thunder does get the trade onto Boat, and oh, Coalescence from Pascal to touch the car, and maybe they can turn this fight around. Wow.
Cowman caught out.
Wow.
It's looking like there's just
Yeah, I
three
mean,
stacked on the high ground here waiting.
Thunder slides top with the overclock, gets Deco low, but Lukewarm
Lukewarm with the
getting the
early
next shot
pick.
is, I mean, spawn advantage are coming here from O3. I mean, Good Boy's gonna have to get some kills fast if they want
Salty
to.
onto that Doom. Thunder
Yeah.
with him.
Oh,
Looks
wow.
like Salty goes down early.
Already, oh, the beat from Noctis for some extra
Noctis with
sustain
the
here, but Cowman with the
boop of the day onto boat.
um
Oh, almost
uh,
saw that one coming.
I mean, what do you
Noctis.
do in this
Uh,
situation? What do you do with a Ramatron car like that? The fight's
I
over there.
mean,
I mean, O3 is
yeah.
going to take us up 2-0 in this series. Some very excellent play from them.
O3 Splash with another map win.
Yep. So now it's in the hands of Good Boys. I mean, we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. They're kind of right in the middle of those standings. I mean, they could make it, they could not. It's going to be these kinds of matches where maybe even can they get a map for the map differential? Kind of those questions. They're going to get some.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really it just really all depends on what Good Boys picks for their map here.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna be picking, Derps?
I don't know. What's our map type here? It's escort. I mean, to be to be honest, I mean, you have maps like Gibraltar, Dorado, very dive heavy. You got maps like Circuit for if you're gonna go the sniper
Oh,
route.
that circuit? You think they're gonna pull out the Dusk Sigma here for the one time?
Yeah, I mean they might, but yeah, I think that kind of weird play bringing in somebody who hasn't played much. Maybe you want to keep your players in that are already kind of warm, but I'm really
Yeah. Just depends if they obviously do opt for that Circuit Royale route that you were
yeah.
mentioning. Um, I'm trying to think of like a map that would be good for Good Boys, like the comp they play.
Yeah, the Junker Queen Moira Lucio, it's hard to see that really
It's
working on
struggling on
any of
any
these. Yeah,
payload map.
any of
I
these
mean, you have your
selections.
Dorado, you have your Havana, your Junkertown. I feel like, I mean, I'm for sure forgetting some, but like,
Yeah. No, to be honest,
it seems like
sure.
their comp struggles on every map.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if they can win this escort map, they can
They can bring.
revert
Oh, if
sweep.
they win this, they can bring it
Yeah,
all back. Oh, for sure, 100%.
they can bring it all the way back with this escort map win. And the question I'm having is, do you want to stay on that Moira Lucio on these kinds of maps, or do we pull out that on Akiri that we kind of saw on Busan
Maybe that Moira
Sanctuary?
Curie, I saw them playing a
Moira
couple
Akiri.
series earlier. Yeah,
Mm.
I felt like that was a big staple.
Oh
If
yeah,
we do end up, I think I saw them playing that on Gibraltar. If we do end up going to Gibraltar, that might be
Gibraltar.
what they opt for.
This is going to be a fun map to watch, seeing how good boys decide to play this one. And I mean, O3 we mentioned very well equipped for any of these maps. You get Gibraltar, Dorado, Infected can come in on the Monkey. You
On the
get a sniper
Winston.
map, Cowman plays Sig. I mean,
Oh,
really
for
no
sure.
weaknesses on this roster, to be honest, from O3, which is why they have only dropped one series this entire season.
Yeah. And that, I mean, they're first for a reason, of course. It seems
Yeah.
like this roster really there's not a lot of holes. It seems like there's no weak links even. You
No,
know.
exactly. I mean, I know they have Aiko as well, who just came back from Egypt, is what I've heard. So if he needs to come in and make some
Oh
magic
man,
happen, he probably can. I know they got Matt Merck sitting on the bench as a coach. I don't know if he's in the roster, but hey, you could get him playing support maybe.
some player coach support.
I've seen him playing
I've
all rank
actually seen him
recently.
playing. I've seen him playing in the top echelons of
Yeah,
ranked.
yeah,
He's tearing it up.
up there with you on that top 10 leaderboard for every role. I mean, this,
What do you think Good Boys is gonna pick here, though? Realistically,
that's a good question. I feel like, it's going to take them a while to decide because, I mean, you look at these maps, it's like, what really favors us? Um, I'm not sure if I actually have oh, we got
I think production is hitting us with something.
I'm not sure what
It
oh, Circle
looks
Royale.
like we are going to Circuit
Royale.
Royale.
Wow.
Wow, this is
We
gonna be
might
a big one. This is
this
gonna
is
be.
gonna be good.
Are we gonna see a Cowman versus Dusk matchup here? What are you thinking?
Yeah. No, I think we might. I mean, that's his uh, I'm not too familiar with Dusk. Is that his signature hero, the Sig? Or
He's mostly known for his off tanks, but Sig is
yeah,
definitely one of his stronger ones. I think. Also
yeah.
known as QWQ for those who are unaware.
Hmm.
Um, long time competitor. I'm excited to see if he's potentially subbed in or not.
Yeah. And I think the bigger thing on these maps is the sniper duels. I mean, we got
Oh,
Thunder, we got Biz on the side of Good Boys, and then for O3 we have Boat and on Lukewarm. So, I mean, who do you see
Bowden
winning those
lukewarm.
duels? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, Thunder is pretty monstrous on those snipers. You know,
Yeah.
we might it might be a good boys. This might be the time where good boys can take this all back because he was finding a ton of value for them on that Sojourn pick. But when we do transition more into the Hanzo and the Widow and potentially Sojourn again, we might have to see how that changes up. But
Yeah.
these are for sure going to be DPS. It's going to be the DPS show for
Yeah, for sure.
this map most definitely.
And I kind of keep up with Amplify, and I saw Good Boys go to Circuit Row against Amplify, and I really expected Amplify to come out on top there because PGE on the Widowmaker just, that's like the only hero he can really play, to be honest. But I mean, Thunder coming on top in those duels really got them out of that map. So wouldn't be surprised if we saw that again here.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, this is make or break for good boys. I'm pretty sure if they lose this, they might just be toast, or they
Yeah,
could be.
yeah. I mean, let's see. I'm not too sure what the rest of their schedule is, but I mean, Good Boys. Oh, actually, I might be able to pull it up here. Yeah, they got Timeless just after this, and Timeless just lost to Worldwide, so I mean, they have a potential win there. So even if they don't end up winning this series,
If they win that
um,
next one, yeah. But Timeless
yeah,
is also another formidable team,
yeah,
so
Timeless. I mean, just very inconsistent. They could be the best team, they could be the worst team any given day. Just depends on
it all just depends.
the day of the week. Yeah,
We do see Dusk being subbed in for Salty.
yeah.
What
There
were
we
you thinking
go.
about Salty's 10 gameplay there, Derpy?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it was that bad. I just think the compositional disadvantages into a very well coached team like O3, just hard to overcome. The Joker Queen working very well for them in some series, but not too well in this series it seems so far. Here we go in Circuit Royale.
Opening
Oh,
up on the signature double sniper Sig Pab Zen mirrors. Although O3 Splash is opting for that Sojourn instead of the Hanzo. So Good Boys is going to have a lot more consistent pressure when it comes to shield damage versus O3 Splash, who are just really looking for those picks.
Yeah. I mean, all 10 players have to play really decisive, really smart here just to make sure they don't get just instant one shot. I mean, because I mean, one pick and that's the fight, it seems like, on Circuit Royale.
That's how it can be.
I'm getting very low.
An early lamp.
Yeah.
A very aggressive slide here to look for that off angle. The other lamp was also forced. Lukewarm in the middle of the chaos, but he manages to get out. Good rock.
Yeah, just really charging his shots off of that Sig shield. But not too many picks coming here from either side. Just two very well-disciplined teams.
Yeah, a big spam war going on. Cowman, though, building this flux a little bit faster
Yeah.
than Dusk. This might be, I mean, I think this is defender favored. Like, I'm pretty sure you farm more flux when you're a defender side on this map.
Noct is coming up on a window. He just got that window. Can he turn a corner with it? Maybe find an insta-kill on a Cowman. Really said, there's that
They're
window.
going to have to.
Oh, wow. Boat somehow lives there. That's crazy. Oh, that window.
Thundo with the huge pick onto Deco, the window being eliminated.
I mean,
Boat
wow.
with the trade. Cowman goes for the flux.
Gets the kill on the Dust.
I mean, there's people dropping like flies. The Trank being invested, but I think this is a losing battle for O3. Neutral on the Zen.
Cannot quite clutch up as he wanted to. Biz getting 2 kills to really wrap up that fight.
Oh, man. I mean, that was pretty bad for O3 Splash because now Dusky is going to be coming up on this flux, and O3 has no answer.
Yeah, no Trank to counter. It's just going to be this lamp from Deco. Can he save it and hopefully save a few teammates by using it?
Yeah, that's going to be the question here. I think Good Boys with a good Flux Dragon combo could just secure the second point here.
Yeah, that is true as well. The Flux Dragon combo very strong.
Boat going for an early off angle. Very risky. Big Flux. Boat grappling behind them.
Wow,
oh my, with a big pick onto the enemy Widow. This is the playmaking that we need. Wow. Oh my, wow.
I mean, he must have been killing himself on that flank. He does
that was...
but I mean, I think those kills.
High risk, high reward. Clearly, getting that 1-2 trade, completely opening up the map for O3 Splash. I mean, like we were saying earlier, this was going to be the DPS show, but Thunder quickly answering back with a pick onto Lukewarm.
Yeah, and I mean, Good Boys holding on to that Trank and that Dragons. They do have a slight ult advantage as Lukewarm is walking back from spawn, so it doesn't quite have that overclock available in the fight yet. And there goes Neutral.
Neutral caught out, but then Bo with the instant... Oh, wow. Bo with another 2. I mean, this seems like the fight that never ends. I feel like people are just dropping on both sides, but I feel like this should definitely be a reset for Good Boys.
I mean, wow, give credit to Bo. Not only did he get those kills early in the fight, but he secures them later to really get that fight win.
Another 2, and he's going for that early peak.
Yeah. See, 2 ultimates here from both sides. Support ults from Good Boys, DPS ults from O3. So it's going to be, how does Good Boys manage their support ults? Because they could just win the fight with a good window here on 2 Cowman.
I think they're just going to be waiting out the sides here.
Yeah.
I think nobody wants to peek that. I think everyone knows that Boat is triple deadly. And so...
I mean, Boat's just on fire tonight.
Most definitely.
Oh, holding this angle. Wow, how did that even miss? It looked like a clean headshot.
Looked like a clean headshot, yeah. Lukewarm with his rail. Oh, he's going early. The Transcendence instantly forced out. Pretty fair reaction from Pascal.
Yeah, smart decision now that the overclock doesn't instant one-shot you. So even a headshot wouldn't be enough to secure a kill. But we do see a flux coming out of Cowman. Used the lamp from Noctis. Pascal getting a kill onto Boat. Finally, the raid boss has come down. I mean, I feel like Good Boys finally taking a sigh of relief here. As they can walk up without
a quick
Boat.
swap onto the Tracer. It looks like they want to recontest this.
Yeah.
Neutral with the trying to keep his team up. Lukewarm falling. I think this is a guaranteed win for Good Boys here. Or it should be. But it looks like this is a little bit more complicated than we first thought. It looks like the Zen is on a huge flank, which baited their attention.
Well, I mean, you got a question. Is this flux going to come out from Dusk? And there finally is.
It does finally come out, but the lamp...
Oh, on a Cowman.
And that's when
Uh,
you ask, was it an ill-timed ultimate?
wow,
I feel like
maybe
he
when
maybe could have used that a little bit earlier before he had lost any members of his team to really secure that fight win.
no, I agree for sure, but that fight did go long enough for Biz to build up that blade, so um O3 only with the window. I mean, they have no train for this blade, so Biz might be the player to watch this fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if Cowman can charge that flux because realistically, he's really the only person who can stop the blade if he manages to flux the blade. But I'm not sure he'll be able to charge his ultimate by the time that Biz goes with his blade.
Yeah, I mean, you can just kind of see they're setting up for it. Biz wants to ideally walk in just a little bit so he doesn't have to use both dashes to get into the fight while popping that blade. But
Definitely, he's just really waiting for his team to walk up.
yeah,
But
just kind of poke phase right now, but it's gonna
I
go on
think,
long enough for Kalman to get that flux.
oh man, yep. And then here we go.
Nice
He
from
gets the
neutral.
pick,
Two
gets
kills.
that trade. A lot of ults coming out.
Nice
That was
trade
a
from
flux from
Pascal.
Cowman.
Look
Pascal, I
at
think
it.
with three, with four.
Wow.
Wait, did he just?
Wow.
You might have just killed their whole team actually.
I think, yeah,
Oh
I
my
think he just got
God!
five. I think he
I
just got
think he
five.
just got five.
Yeah,
Wow.
right when we were counting them out, Pascal said, "No, we're not done yet. We're gonna go on to the third point here on Circuit Royale."
I mean, that was an incredible performance. I mean, they really want this.
No, they really do. They know where they are at in the standings and how much this match matters. But
100%.
while they did get that checkpoint, it was at the cost of all of their ultimates. We see O3 with the Trank and the Overclock here. They're going to be closing in on the Pulse Bomb as well. So O3 really favored to win this fight and potentially just win the entirety of this third checkpoint.
Yeah, they really just got to deal with this Sigma who's poking out their whole team right now, and just
Yep.
try and force that cart.
Wow,
And
the
they
win
do.
the
Cowman
pulse on the
falls.
man. Wow, I mean,
Oh man, these two quick picks. Can they get any more of these daggers? And if they can, this could be final fight territory.
oh yeah, you're right. They get these staggers. They could just get a full cap here. Lukewarm kind of eyeing an overclock here on the top.
This is a very scary situation for potentially both sides. Just depends
Yeah,
on who gets the picks.
yeah. Looks like oh, Thunder opting into the
Thunder
overclock.
opening with the rail
Right.
while Lukewarm is waiting for him.
Yeah, forces out the lamp. Can't really find anybody right now, but there's
Oh, the quick pick
Genji.
on the exit. That's what we
Yeah.
needed here. Can Lukewarm answer? He needs to go big.
Yep, opting to zone gets the lamp out. The trank from Good Boys, another great trank from Pascal to really negate the overclock.
We got
But
Fluxes coming in here. I think Dust is going to have to go ginormous here with his Flux.
oh, but
Oh,
right as you say that,
falls.
he's bursted down. Wow, a neutral with two great picks that fight to really wrap things up on the first part of Circuit Royale here.
Oh, man. So what do you think went wrong there?
I don't know. It just looked like neutral got an early kill. Maybe he went on the flank. Zenyatta's his signature hero, so a
Of
player like
course.
him, you gotta always be checking the flank, making sure he's not unmarked. And I think Good Boys failed to do that fight.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it feels like a lot of the players on these lobbies are just on their signature characters, like we were saying prior. You know, this really is just like. I feel like when you think of maps, Circle Royale is the map of mechanics for sure when it
Oh
comes
yeah,
to
for
pick
sure.
potential.
And it makes you think, do Good Boys think they have better mechanics, raw mechanics than O3 with this map pick? And to be honest with you, I think so far the answer is yes on this map.
Yeah, O3 opting for the Brig Zen composition.
Oh
This
wow.
is going to be a very, very interesting interaction here.
You
So,
know, yeah.
sorry, Durps, what was that?
Did you watch the Atlanta game that you saw this comp or
Which team played it?
Atlanta played it with Yo
Atlanta played it?
and
Yeah, I have personal experience playing against this Brig. I'm pretty sure what Deco's gonna do here on this Brig is just sort of sit with Cowman and never let Dusk ever like duel him. I'm pretty sure they're just. Well, actually, I'm more used to seeing the defense side team play this, if I'm being honest.
yeah, no, this is definitely not a traditional comp here on circuit, but I think it'll play
Yeah,
around
this.
Boat getting the packs, hopefully finding an assassination onto
Oh,
somebody.
that Genji. Yeah, I think they're definitely hoping to just try and cycle that ultimate
Yeah, but
with
the Cowman's not gonna have a lot of heals here. He's the one that's played passive, maybe not use his shield as much because of just the limited amount of healing here on the support line.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to be super duper careful. one rock could mean the death of him. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
when you don't have that lamp, you know, you're really at a disadvantage. Although, you do have a lot better brawl, you know, so it's going to
Yeah.
be really hard for good boys to sort of face tank you when you have the brig permanently swinging in their face.
Yeah, I mean, Thunder gets the kill onto boat. That's kind of the main part of this composition dead. Good Boy's doing a really good job of just kind of backing up from that engage like you talked about. Deco wants to brawl on the brig, so just kind of backing up, playing the back half of this point here. Really good decision from Good Boys.
Yeah, it seems like they're always going to win that spam war with the BAP and the Hanzo. So as long as they don't let Deco get too close and always have his Inspire up, I think they should be golden here for the next two neutral fights.
I mean, Nock is already coming up on this window, and Thunder with
Thunder
another
with a
pick.
huge pick. Man, the Widow, I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
It's neutral caught out here. Oh,
when Thunder, I mean,
Thunder,
it
yeah,
seems like
man.
Thunder's really finding himself here in this on this half of the series, and it's looking good so far for them on Circuit Royale.
Yeah, I mean, coming up here, and you already see O3 doesn't even have an ultimate yet. They
Yeah,
could just win this fight with Window here if they go early enough, because
yeah.
Window is super duper oppressive here when you don't have a window of your own to match.
Yeah, this window from Noctis. I mean, what do you do as Deco here? It's really hard to walk up, especially into that window. It's probably going to come out here from Noctis. There it is.
Oh, big rock. They're all running.
Nice
Can they
block.
get any value?
Disengage. We're coming up on a lot of fights here from
Oh
03, but
my.
that's finds the kill into Deco. I mean, you don't even want to invest ultimates at this point.
Yeah, I mean, coming up, we're slowly but surely approaching our ultimates here for O3 Splash.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
but it
both
looks like they're
sides.
coming up on 5 and an early flux
Oh,
here
a nice flux forces out the lamp
forces
from
out that
Good Boys
lamp.
very early in this fight, and the grasp from Dusk.
Yeah, they're gonna be following up with the blade shortly after here. I'm pretty
And
sure.
with Rally, this is the fight you want to play, a very brawly fight.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
no, no trank means he's just gonna go in.
yeah.
Oh, but he can't get him. Oh my, oh my.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. I mean, talk about the player of the match, especially on Circuit Royale, at least. I definitely think it's Boat. Finding 3 kills with that blade after the Trank was forced out from Pascal.
Oh, it looks like Biz did not teleport out of
Did
his old
not use the
spawn.
secret strat where you can
He did
teleport back.
not,
Wow.
not so much of a secret, but huh, yeah,
Yeah, it definitely isn't some of my
we're gonna
runs.
have to look at that one in the VOD review.
We might
Not a
have to.
problem though.
But a lot of ultimates coming out from O3 on that fight. A nice hold on first point from Good Boys, who are coming back with both DPS ults and might get a window mid fight. So really favor them heading into this first fight here on second point.
Yeah, we're just gonna see insane DPS value here. Um, Again, we just need to see Thunder or Biz come up big.
Yeah, I mean, it's really who gets the first pick.
Both Widows going for grapples, nothing connecting. A dragon splitting off the main lane.
Hmm. I mean, there's both DPS ults. No value from Good Boys, but oh, the kill on the neutral.
Pascal, a huge pick on the Zen. The Zen being taken out of the fight for O3 Splash means that they only have a brick for healing. And that's pretty
Yeah,
fatal when you're fighting into a Bab Zen. You literally can't do anything
it's just simply not enough. And how do you even proc Inspire into a comp like that if you're not just,
if you don't even have a Zen with you.
yeah, I mean,
It's just
it's very hard to do.
because
But
the Brig Zen depend on each other so much.
yeah, comment coming up on this flux. He just got it before the trank from Pascal. Might be able to turn this fight here. Oh, that's almost thought he brooded, but he
The
gets
lamp.
forces the lamp. But
Oh!
wow,
Falls while going for the rock, and oh man, we were talking about earlier with the DPS showing up, and they definitely are right now.
there we go. I mean, a nice window
Looks
from
like
Nock.
Boat is going for that pick for the trade, but
We're coming up on the rally here, and I feel like the rally's a very important ult because it lets you walk up and take the brawl that you've been wanting to take this entire map. Without the rally, it's really hard to just kind of walk up and take space. But let's see how Deco uses that ultimate this fight.
I have a feeling that Dusk is going to look for a flux on the O3 Splash's rotation here and try to get some headshots uh, while they are in that rally. But no, he actually opts to let them walk into him first. Big rock coming in.
There's Lukewarm kill onto Biz. And there's that rally.
And
coming
there's
out.
the rally.
Yeah. The lamp forced out. Nice trank from Pascal. Maybe a flux from Dusk here could turn
But
this
the
fight
issue
to
comes...
neutral. Trank. Wow.
They can't even get the flux off, and Boat still has his blade.
Wow.
So,
It's
oh
gonna come down
man,
to the third
Luke
point.
with 3.
I mean, the good thing here, if you're good boys, is that you pushed it to that final choke on the map, which is just very hard to pass no matter what comp you're on. However, I think it might be favorable for the Genji Brig because it's a very brawly choke, and that's kind of what they're playing for with this comp.
For sure, yeah. You can't really like put a lot of distance in between you and your opponent if you're good boys here. So it's gonna be pretty tough for them.
Exactly. Just hope you use some ultimates drain the clock here, maybe win a fight or two before we get to that final
Big
choke.
dragon down mid, splitting Cowman here. The Brig using the bash to rotate to him. Maybe that's when they can catch the Brig out.
Oh,
But Boat
boat
with the blade.
is and the blade.
And that card is pushing this whole time. If they get a stagger, this might
Yeah,
just be it.
you really
And
don't
they're
want to stagger
definitely looking
here.
for it.
There goes Thunda's. Yeah, there goes Thunda. I
Thunder's
mean,
next, yep. And they're just
very
dropping like
bad. You
flies.
only have the window. I mean, these players,
Oh,
it's
and the
over.
flux.
No, that's game.
It's over.
Yeah, looks like we are not going to be going for a map 4 here.
We will not be
Unless,
going
I
the
mean,
distance, sadly.
unless one of these players can find a miracle play here, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. Wow, a very clean 3-0 from O3 Splash to take that series. Very clean.
I mean, GG's all around. Although it was a 3-0, you know,
Yeah,
the games didn't feel, you know,
yeah.
didn't feel like a 3-0.
I mean, a very critical part of that map is that C9 on Eichenwald. You gotta think, where would we be right now if that never happened? I mean, I think Good Boys
Oh
could win that map,
man.
and who knows how the third map would be looking right now.
Yeah. That you hate to
Yeah,
see it too, it happens to the best of us, of course,
you
being
really
on one of
do.
the top levels of play
Yeah,
happens to the best of us, but that
I mean,
C9 they're
just
gonna go to sleep and their dreams won't be too pleasant
yeah,
after
personally,
today, sadly.
if I see 9 like that, I mean, I would just be up all night, just kind of rewatching the VOD, trying to improve myself as a player, so I never see that again.
Never again.
Yeah.
Yeah, derps.
Any,
I think Prot's hitting up some info. I think we're,
anyways, though, I mean, are you surprised about the
derps.
outcome of that match?
If I'm being honest, O3 Splash, being as strong as they are, being the number one seed, or well, number one in the stage currently,
Yeah,
not super unexpected.
yeah,
You got it. I mean, these are top tier players. They're number one for a reason. They've only
yeah.
lost
I know what you
one
mean.
game.
I think they lost their one match was to Wisp, who has a very solid roster themselves. Some standout DPS on Rocket and Chopper, and then
Mm.
great players on that
What was the
roster.
score?
It was a 3-0. I mean, Wisp just took that
Oh
very
man,
clean,
Wisp.
but yeah,
Wow,
it might have just been a bad day for O3. I mean,
potentially.
but wow. I
I,
mean, just some great Overwatch from both sides here.
Yeah, I mean, got to give it up to Good Boys for a valiant effort. I think they still have another match after this game. Does O3 as well?
I believe there's one more match tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last match of the regular season for each team, unless there's a tiebreaker
Oh
after that.
man. So
Yeah.
so it's a big one for Good Boys.
It's a very big one for Good Boys because,
Yeah, because if
you
they
know,
okay, because now they're 5-5. If they don't win tomorrow, they might not qualify for the top eight.
yeah, they're in a position where they might make it if they lose, but you definitely want to get that win or at least win a couple maps just to really
Yeah,
lock it
at
in.
least with the map differential,
Yeah,
whenever it's a close call like this, you never want it to be. You never want to cut it too close, especially when it's cutting it close with elimination.
no, exactly. I mean, you get into that double elimination and it's really anybody's game. I mean, anything could happen, especially this season, you feel like. So it doesn't matter what seed you are, but you got to make it first.
For sure. Yeah. You know, who would you have as your player of the match there for that game?
I mean, I might be biased for that last map, but Boat was really making star plays on Circuit Royale on the Widowmaker. Just it felt like whenever he wanted to make a play, he would. What about you, though?
Yeah, Boat's a super. Yeah, I think I got to give it to Boat as well. I mean, it just seemed like the hero a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, really just came in clutch. And it does seem like nobody wants to do a post-match interview. Nobody wants to talk with Luca or Derpy, so I think that might be it here for this broadcast.
That might just be it. Do you have any closing words for our first, you know,
Our
casting
debut?
duo? Yeah,
Yeah.
our debut.
No, yeah, I mean, it was a pleasure working with you, Luca. I can't wait. I think we got the
As
same time
always.
tomorrow.
Oh,
And
of
then next
course.
week and every week after that, it's going to be really exciting to see how we tear up this
Yeah, bro. I
casting
mean,
industry.
I'm super excited. Shout out O3 Splash. Shout out, Timeless for broadcasting all this stuff. Dope.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to
Well,
everybody.
I'm
Thank you
just
to
so
all of our
good.
viewers as well. That's going to be it. You got any final words, Luca? Anything else you want to say before we go our separate ways?
Nah,
No,
bro. I'm good.
yeah.
Nah.
I mean, you're
I'm
just gonna
speechless. That game, that game, that game was such a wash.
that's
I'm
a pretty good
just,
match.
oof,
I
I'm
mean,
blown away.
I can't blame you. That match was just very insane. But anyways, we're going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the last O3 Splash match of the season, of the regular season. And yeah, I believe that's it.
Also, check out my TikTok, Derpy82.
Oh yeah,
Check
yeah.
that out. Check
Check
that
out
out. Hey,
check out
one
mine
love.
at Love Luca, I believe.
It's a Luke
Is it-
show, but hey,
oh,
it's all good.
my
It's
bad.
all good. There's. All right, let's just close this out, man.
All right. You have a good
All right,
night,
bro. Let's
Luca.
go. Let's run up that duo.
Let's run it up.
Yeah, bro. All
All right.
right, we
Yeah.
still alive? All right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to stand.